Hi friends, it's Joe from Backwoods Fern, and I just wanted to hop on and do a week 3 check-in for our no-buy, low-buy 2025. This is January, of course, and we're on week 3. Today's the last day of the week. I just sat down and tallied everything up and just wanted to hop on and let you guys know how things are going. I went more in depth on my previous video about the previous 2 weeks, so I'm not going to go super in depth on that. You know that we've had some really bad snowstorms in the last 3 weeks, so we've had quite a few emergency buys. This week we've had less emergency buys. We had to buy 2 bags of cedar chips for our dogs to put in their houses, and then we had to buy more propane. We spent quite a bit on that, but overall that is less emergency buys than what we spent in the previous 2 weeks, so we're doing pretty good. We did not buy any of our wants, and we did not do any takeout, no restaurants, no eating out, period. Everything we ate was what we bought at the store, prepared at home, snacks and stuff here at home. We did not eat out at all. As far as like bills, medication, pet food, all that kind of stuff, we, as I discussed before, are not tracking that because that is things that we have to pay. I'm mainly focusing on what we're spending in groceries, as well as what we're spending on wants and what we're spending on eating out. So far, we've spent $0 on wants in the last 3 weeks. We've bought nothing that was something frivolous that we wanted. We have been able to completely eliminate that. And I really think that us being stuck at the house because we live in the backwoods and it has been nothing but solid sheet of ice the last 3 weeks has really helped with that. But we've bought none of our wants, absolutely none. And then we've had no eating out. Now, we have been out a few times going to the store. We've been to church, and there's been a couple times that we've been tempted to eat out, but we didn't do it, and I'll tell you more about that later. But we've had no eating out, so we spent $0 on that. We're doing really good when it comes to that. Groceries is where we need to work on. The first week in January, we spent $237.05 on groceries. The second week in January, we spent $219.45 on groceries. And then this week, we spent $228.79 on groceries. Well, my phone's recording this right now. I was going to say, I didn't tally it up, but yeah, clearly that is $600+ in groceries in 3 weeks. That to me is outrageous. Even though there's 4 adults living in this house, I still think that we could chisel that down somehow. We just have to figure out how we're going to do it. We are definitely spending less money than we would have in the past. We would have ate out anytime we wanted to when we were out. We're out and about a lot in the summer, so we would be spending a lot of money. So that's one thing I'm really going to have to watch this summer. And also buying just wants, and I'm really guilty about that when it comes to seeing things out in the store that I might want to wear to church. And this is one thing that I struggled with this week. Drop my pen. One of the wants that I really came this close to buying this week was in Walmart. They had these little cardigans. They were like thin cardigans. One of them was a cream color, and one was like and I'm not even a pink person. Like, pink isn't my colors. If you can't tell by most of my videos already, I'm kind of tomboyish. I usually wear flannels and stuff like that, but when I go to church, I do put on a dress and a cardigan and kind of girly it up. Well, if we're not riding a 4-wheeler off the mountain to get there. They had these cardigans, and I was so tempted to buy one of these. They're like $22, $27, something like that dollars. But all of my cardigans I have here are thicker cardigans, except for a couple. One of the ones I have is like a light brown, one's a dark brown, one's a black cheetah print. And so they had this cream color one, and I wanted it immediately. And then I seen the little pink one, and it popped in my head, that would be cute for like Valentine's Day. I'm sorry. And then I was thinking, Joe, Are you crazy? You're not going to wear pink. What would you even wear pink with? But the cream one I almost bought, and I mentioned it to Michael like twice. I was like, I really want that cardigan. And I was like, but I promised I wasn't going to like waste money on things that I really don't need, because I didn't need it, but I wanted it. And I didn't buy it. So I'm proud of myself. I'll just wear something else. I have lots of cardigans. Just not a cream colored thin cardigan. But anyway, I don't know if it was this week or last week when we had went to see the overlooks. Michael had been to work, and then we were on the road and stuff, and he was kind of hungry, and he was like gonna pull in at McDonald's and just get a cheap burger. And I was like, no, we're on a no buy. I was like, we were going to the grocery store after that later anyway, and I was like, we'll get you something to snack on at the grocery store, and then I'll cook when we go back home. And he was like, it'd be cheaper to just buy the $1 burger. Or, it's not even $1 now. You probably can't even get a McDouble for what is it, $2.50 now? Anyway, he's like, it'd be cheaper to buy that than to get something to snack on. I was like, it's not that. It's just the point. It's not the fact that you can't get it cheaper there. It's just that I said, I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to do it. So anyway, he's like, okay. So we got him something to snack on, and then he was fine. But then this week when we went to get groceries, it happened to be a day after he had worked. And normally I would go to the grocery store myself. He wouldn't have to go with me. But with the ice and snow and stuff, I am not driving on this. Not like it is right now. It's like I could drive on, snow, but this is like just solid ice. And I would just rather him do it. Because if I get really scared and get a lot of adrenaline going after I've had my heart attack, then I'm going to have like pain in my jaw and stuff, and it freaks me out. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But he had to take me to the grocery store. And as we were getting ready to go in the grocery store, we had seen a Little Caesars, and he was like, let's grab a quick pizza. And I was like, are you kidding me? No. And he was like, you and your rules. He was joking, He's like, you and your rules. And I was like, this is going to save us money. I don't know how, that looks $6 pizza is going to break the bank. But, it's the point. It's the point that I promised that I wasn't going to do it, and I'm not going to do it, especially in January. We're going to make it through January before we even cave and get a burger or a cheap pizza or anything. We're just going to make it through, even if it ends up costing us more in the long run. Because I said I'm not going to eat out, and I'm not going to eat out, even if it's a cheap burger or pizza. Not just me, but us, our whole family. But so far, we're doing good. We just got a little bit more to go till we get to the end of January, and then we'll reevaluate and see where we're at. But like I said, we've made it without buying any of our wants. Our adult kids, I don't know what they've bought with their own money. That's their business. But they've not asked us to buy anything for them, with our money. So we're good there. So we haven't bought any of their wants. And then we haven't ate out as a family. We haven't bought any takeout for them or us. No eating out at all. So anyway, that's where we're at. We have spent $228.79 on groceries this week. We do have money left in the bank that I will pay some of the money that's left in the bank, put towards our emergency fund. Whatever else is left, we're going to pay towards our credit card. And then when Michael gets paid, we're going to go grocery shopping. I've already got our meal plan planned out for the next week, week 4, which starts in the morning. I've already got that planned out. And the way things worked out, we didn't use all of the meals that I planned out last week. So hopefully our grocery budget will be lower this week, and we can use up some of the things that we bought last week. But in the end, if we end up doing all that, then the week after that, our grocery budget's probably going to be back up higher. But it's just what it is. We're just going to take it week by week and just see how it goes. So far, I know for a fact that we are doing better than we would have been if we hadn't been trying really hard not to just waste money. Because in the past, I would have bought that cardigan. I'd have probably bought both of those cardigans. You know, there's a lot of things that when we ran into Walmart or we ran into any of the little stores, that if we seen something we want, we would have bought it. No matter what it was, you know, if we wanted it, we would have bought it. And so I know that we're saving money that way. We're saving money, like I mentioned, on the eating out, because we usually just stop several times a week and just get something quick, even if it's not like a full meal. But if, you know, like Michael wanted that burger, even if I had came home and cooked, he probably would have still stopped and got him a burger and me a you know, caffeine-free pop or something like that. Just in those little buys, even though it's not like the full meal for the whole family, and like I wasn't eating the food, I was just getting a little drink, and he was just getting a little burger. Those little things add up, and you don't really realize how much, like, paying $2 here and $2 there starts building up if you do it every single day or multiple times a week. So I'm really trying not to do it because I want to pay off this credit card so that we can work on this house. There's several things in this house that we need to repair. If we can't pay off the credit cards, well, we did pay off the Lowe's already. Like on week 1, we paid off what we owed on that. And we only have one credit card left. But if we can't pay that off, then we are just going to keep like sinking ourselves trying to work on the house, trying to pay that off and stuff. And I don't want to live my life that way. So the goal is to pay off the credit card, get, you know, the things that we need to do in this house done, and just be able to live our lives debt free, and in the future be able to do things, pay things with cash. No more credit cards. That was week 3. I hope that you guys are still hanging in there. If you guys are doing a no buy or a low buy, let me know how it's going for you. And let me know how much you spend. Excuse me. Let me know how much you spend per week on groceries. Because to me, $228 a week is ridiculous. I can remember a time when me and Michael could go to the store and shop on $100 a week. That's when our kids were younger, but we're at most $150 a week. Until recently, we never spent over $200 a week on groceries. And that would be like groceries and things that we needed for the house, like laundry, detergent, tissue paper, and everything. This was just simply groceries. Shopping cheap. I don't understand. The prices of things are going up. The amounts in the packages are going down. A lot of our things aren't all pre-packaged stuff. Like some things we make from scratch. We eat, you know, meats and produce and grow our own gardens and freeze our vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So not everything we buy comes from the store. And if everything we ate came from the store, and I didn't have a surplus of things that I had raised myself, I can't imagine what our grocery bill would be a month. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. And let me know about your grocery bill. Time to scoot, little moot.